Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I made a video about, 8 months ago or so, probably in May, something like that. I think it was when the Bucha massacre occurred, where the Ukrainians claimed that, accused the Russians of killing civilians and all that. I think after that, about a month after that, I think that occurred in maybe March, because it was when the Russians were still around Kiev. And the article that I covered then, it was about a French, I think, ex-military who was delivering aid, not military aid, to the Ukrainians. And he claimed, after he returned home, he claimed that he saw a lot of massacres committed by the Ukrainians against Russians and so on. He disappeared. I made that video about it, if I remember correctly, and he disappeared. Now I don't know where he went, what happened to him, and I said he's going to be taken care of or something. He was in the media and friends, so he was interviewed by some, and I think, and now he comes back. Now what is he doing? He's doing like Edward Snowden is doing, which is running away from the free world, because he's got too much freedom in France and in Europe that he's afraid for his freedom. So guess where he's gonna run to? To the evil, tyrannical Russia, Putin's Russia. Now you can say, well, maybe he's a double agent or whatever. Maybe he's a double agent. He's a Russian agent. Oh, maybe he got paid by the Russians to, say this kind of things and so on. Maybe. I don't have the evidence. Do you? No. Well, when we're going to have the evidence, then we're going to talk about it. As of now, the evidence is that this guy said that he's got videos with these things occurring. He's got videos, if I remember correctly, pictures, and I think I can't remember if he posted on any media outlets or anything like that, because I know I covered this, but I can't remember exactly. Just look at this article. So anyway, this guy is asking for political asylum in Russia, because he's afraid those guys are going to talk to him, if you know what I mean. So let's see what's going on. This article comes from where else but Russia Today, so not trustworthy. Let's move on. This is from January 11th, 2023, because probably it's not covered in other media outlets. Ex-French soldier requests asylum in Russia. Adrien Bochet, this is the guy. Adrien Bochet, right there. Click. Okay. Now, Adrien Bochet, his last name is Bocquet. Adrien, Adrien. Okay, so look for this guy. So he previously claimed to have witnessed Ukrainian war crimes and to have survived an assassination attempt by Kiev in Istanbul. A former French military serviceman and volunteer, Adrien Bochet, has allegedly requested asylum in Russia, the RIA news agency reported on Wednesday, citing an unnamed source familiar with the situation. The Frenchman had previously repeatedly traveled to Ukraine and Donbass and claimed that he had witnessed war crimes committed by the Ukrainian forces. And I'm quoting, a former French serviceman, Adrien Bochet, has approached the Russian authorities and asked them to grant him political asylum, end quote, the source told RIA, adding that the asylum application was supposedly filed in mid-December. The Russian authorities have so far not commented on the development. Bochet first traveled to Ukraine as a volunteer, delivering humanitarian aid last spring. At the time, he reported visited Lviv and Kiev, as well as its suburbs, including Bucha. Kiev accused the Russian forces of committing mass killings of civilians in that town, which the Russian troops withdrew from in late March. Moscow has repeatedly denied all of the accusations. After returning to France in May, Bochet gave an interview to French Sud Radio where he claimed to have witnessed the abuse of Russian POWs at the hands of Ukrainian soldiers. The Frenchman accused the Ukrainian soldiers of torturing and killing civilians and claimed the French media was concealing that. He also said that he himself was detained by the Ukrainian soldiers for 10 hours. Last summer, he started traveling to the Donbas regions controlled by the Russian forces and local militias while publishing reports on the situation on the ground on his Telegram channel. There, he wrote, weapons like Caesar howitzers, which French supplied to Ukraine, end up injuring civilians in Donbas. In October, Bouchet claimed he was attacked by militants, quote-unquote, linked to the Ukrainian Security Services SBU in Istanbul. The Frenchman also published a photo of himself lying in bed with some visible injuries to his face and other hand. The next day, France's foreign ministry published a statement in which it said it had no information on the incident. Bouchet himself has not commented on his reported asylum application so far. Well, application or non-application, you can look this guy up. I remember that I covered him then. I covered this when he came with the claims. And he said that I saw this, I saw this, I saw this, I have pictures of this, I have this and this and this. Right now, that's all they give us. It's very interesting that these guys would go to Russia. I mean, where else? Where would you go? China? You go to a place where you think that you're going to be protected from the free world, I guess. Is it impossible, what he said? No, it's not impossible. It's probable? I think it's probable. Possible, yes. I have no evidence to, support my claims, just my experience and my knowledge. And the knowledge of human beings and knowledge how the Secret Service or security services function, what's their role, like CIA and FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Central Intelligence Agency, blah, blah, blah. These sound nice and protecting us from them. It's more like protecting them from us in many, many instances. And the methods they use, they say, no, we're the good guys, really. Okay, well, whenever things transpire, then we find the extent of the activities of CIA in other countries, like the European rendition areas and those waterboarding sections in Europe and kidnapping and all that. But if they told us those were bad dudes, then we gotta believe them because these guys are the angels that protect us. Anyway, I don't know what this guy is up to in a way that is on Russia's payroll or not. I don't know. Do I think that he's lying? Just personal opinion, let's put it this way. He can lie, but also he can't lie in a way that what he says could be true on the same level of could not be true. Because I do not think personally. I do not think. Why? Because each and every war has this. Not each and every little thing. Killings that are unaccounted, killings done to the civilians, mass killings, orders disobeyed, all these kind of things occurred, civilians bombarded and so on. And if we don't know about it now, it's because they didn't come up yet, but you find out when it's convenient. And when you hear about My Li or My Lai massacre in Vietnam and another one over there, it's only two. You think so? I don't think so. I don't think so. And it's not only one country who does that, or only those savages. No, you know what? Because I know, and you know, how war changes our behavior and our, mental process when we are under stress. I mean, when you have to do something stressful in your little life, when you drive a car and something occurs quickly, you're not civilized, you're not nice, you're acting as you act right there instinctively to save your life or whatever. You don't give a damn. And when you have to make a choice under pressure, it's a different choice that you probably might make being calm and drinking some wine and being relaxed and good company and so on. I mean, I don't have to tell you all this just because you probably already know that. I'm not trying to defend anybody. I'm just trying to say that what this guy says could be very well accurate, or could be very well a lie, or in between. You know what I mean? Truth, lie, truth, lie. Thank you very much for being with me again today. But look for him. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.